We've all dreamed about it, winning the lottery.
Ooh.
Would you quit your job, buy a yacht, buy an island? I guess it depends on how much you won, right?
Yes.
We want to know what you would buy, so scan the QR code on your screen now and place your vote.
Yeah, but before you start packing your bags, there's a few important steps to take. I mean, what should you do after you win? Do you need a lawyer? Do you have to reveal your name as a winner?
So joining us now is Jason Lichtenstein, owner and chief acquisition officer at Edgar Snyder Associates. And before we get into today's topic, we really wanted to know, what would you buy? So you can see that down there at the bottom. Scan the QR code. Let us know what you would buy if you won the lottery. So let's get into this. Do you have to reveal your name if you win?
In Pennsylvania, you do. You cannot remain anonymous.
Okay.
You have to provide your name, your address,
Ooh.
and typically, if it's published by the Pennsylvania Lottery, they'll say Jason L. from such and such township.
Right.
However, that information is accessible to the public.
Oh.
There are some states, not Pennsylvania, that do not allow or allow anonymity. And in Pennsylvania, there's actually a bill in the legislature right now to make it anonymous, but that is yet to pass.
Yeah, but you don't have to hold the press conference. You can say no to that. That's a good thing.
Exactly.
All right, so what do you do immediately after? Like, when you realize you have the winning ticket, do you call your lawyer? Do you, like, get to a safe deposit? What do you do?
This is a great question. I think a lot of people think about this when they dream about being a winner. It depends upon the amount that you've won. So in Pennsylvania, if you win an amount of $2,500 or less, you can redeem it at the retailer. You go to the retailer, any retailer, but usually the one where you purchased the ticket. You fill out the back of your ticket with name, address, other information that's requested, and you can submit it. If it's over $600, then you have to complete a claim form as well, which is a nice way for the government to track your earnings for taxation purposes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
If you win the big bazooka lottery, Powerball or so forth, you should contact a lawyer right away, because there's all kinds of issues that arise with security, with taxation, how to redeem it. You would either have to redeem it by mail or more likely go to Harrisburg in person. And you would have to make choices regarding whether you would want it in a lump sum payment versus an annuity payment, which have different taxation consequences and different reasons based upon your situation in life that you may want to choose one over the other.
Yeah.
I think I'd be holding on. I'd sleep with it until I got it to Harrisburg.
Right.
Like, I would not want it out of my sight or my hand.
Yeah.
So there are people that have won the Powerball, and the first thing that they do is call their lawyer. A good lawyer is going to tell them immediately or help them find some sort of a security guard if necessary to escort. Because the information is public, you really do have to be careful. If there's a time period before you're able to redeem the ticket, it's recommended that you keep that ticket in a safe or in a safe place.
That's right. Okay.
Yes.
I think one of the things, and we probably wouldn't even think about this because we've never won, but you do have to consider if something were to happen, life circumstance, death, divorce, anything like that, what happens then?
With respect to divorce, if you obtain your earnings through the lottery before you marry, it's considered non-marital property. But you have to be careful. If you purchase the ticket when you're married, it's considered marital property for purposes of death and taxation, et cetera. With respect to death, it's considered the same as any other type of cash that's owned. It will be subject to your will.
Okay.
So regardless of whether you ever win the lottery, my suggestion from a legal perspective is consult with a lawyer to have a will, because that can be a very uncomfortable situation if you don't.
Because I think that's why some people want the lump sum, because they want it right away, because if something happens, what happens to that money then? Yeah.
Exactly. And just to keep in mind with the lump sum, but with the annuity as well, there are very heavy amounts of taxes taken out.
Yeah.
3% state tax in Pennsylvania and up to 37% in federal taxes, depending upon the amount.
Gosh,
So it's not
I'd take a
necessarily
loan
free
out just to pay for the taxes.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much. This is fun.
Before we wrap up, too, we want to let you know the answer to our viewer poll. What would you buy if you won the lottery? And the leading answer, house.
House.
Most people said house.
Yeah, it didn't, I mean, a big house.
Sure, huge.
That would big.
The biggest.
Yeah, because if you're a winner, you might as well go big.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad we've learned so much today.